Ferran Torres for Ballon d'Or. This brother scored the winning goal at the World Cup, did a whole US tour on TV and everything after it, thinking he was a Hollywood actor. Then he leaves Barcelona and starts scoring goals. He gets subbed on against Rennes and scores 2 goals to save PSG from losing 2-0. I'm convinced that the universe has shifted because this man might actually go on and win the Ballon d'Or. Apparently, if you leave Barcelona to go to PSG, you do win it because look at Dembele. But imagine a world where Ferran Torres just scores hella goals and wins the Ballon d'Or. That would be mental.
Nah, man, at this point, Barcelona, you might actually be the problem. Because what do you mean that today PSG were losing 2-0 to Rennes with the starting 11 that they won back-to-back UCLs with until PSG decided to release their demon because they subbed out Ousmane Dembele for Ferran Torres. But what happened next might go down as one of the world's biggest anomalies because Ferran Torres is the same man that would miss something like this, where he hit the crossbar only to get a second chance at the ball and miss it again. Today he received 1 ball where he controlled it so elegantly with his first touch, where this man didn't just smack that ball, but he banged it to the back of the net. But this is the moment I knew that maybe Barcelona should have actually appreciated him a little bit more. Because the man, the myth, the legend, Ferran Torres gets 1 more ball crossed his way. Where even though he has absolutely no angle in between 2 defenders, he doesn't just head that ball. But brother, he leaves the goalie standing in place and bangs it to the far right corner. I ain't gonna lie, when Ferran Torres said he was gonna go to PSG to win a Ballon d'Or like Dembele, I had no idea that he was actually being serious.
Now you want to score goals, huh? Now you want to start acting like a striker the moment he leaves Barcelona. If Ferran was still at Barcelona, he would have missed this ball. He would have sent this ball straight to the sky. And he's out here getting headers too, beating 2 defenders and heading the ball like what? Ferran Torres cannot do this in Barcelona. Ferran got a brace. He got the man of the match. He saved PSG and played better than Dembele, than Kvaratskhelia, than Doué combined. Are we living in a simulation, bro? Like, is this what happens when you leave? But like, what the fuck am I looking at? What's going on? I wouldn't even be surprised if Ferran won the Ballon d'Or at this point, bro. Like, bro, this has to be the Barcelona curse, bro. Everyone who leaves us just becomes an absolute diamond. Listen, okay, soon on Outcome.xyz, you will be able to trade on who you think is going to win the UCL this season. And I swear to God that if Ferran Torres wins the UCL for PSG, I'm gonna be so mad. Just when Barcelona is missing a striker, just when we need a number 9 the most, Ferran Torres leaves us and does this for PSG. Like, oh my Ferran, bro.
Ferran Torres is on top of the world right now. And it's all because he decided to grow out his hair. Hear me out. Ever since he decided to grow out his hair, he scored the game-winning goal for his country in the World Cup final. The man was even on a press tour after the World Cup final. The whole world knows who Ferran Torres is. He got a taste of the World Cup and he said, you know what? I want to win the Champions League now. Obviously, he can't win a Champions League at Barcelona, so he joined the back-to-back Champions League winners, PSG. Today, in PSG's first league match, they were down 2-0 at halftime. Luis Enrique decides to sub off one of the best players in the world, the Ballon d'Or winner Ousmane Dembele, for the new signing Ferran Torres. Guess what he goes on to do? He scores 2 goals for PSG, getting them a draw instead of a loss. With his long hair, not only has he become a better footballer, but he's got more aura to him. The ladies go crazy over him. He's not as good looking as Jude Bellingham, but he's up there. Hopefully after shaving his head, Erling Haaland doesn't lose his superpowers, because that would be tragic.
Man, I said 2 goals, you know. Ferran Torres in the debut, you know. I said 2, no. Barca forward, yo. Yeah. Mr. Mikasa already. Mikasa ultimate no or back or yadio. Mr. Ultimate no or bemwa or yadi. All of it take on PSG. I need to a pool. PSG losing match. Hey, PSG coming to over 2 cup. Just 2 up in 1 about PSG. Sometimes bed don't you want just your options will go over 1, over 2. Just over 3 pass or 1-3. JJ. Ow. Let me PSG 2 up. And you know, quite a saying, take it for us a bit in that. Mrs. Ferran Torres and it's a 3PT for you. Now, France, if you show me ever grace all the debut, the idea, send any who don't make that 3 the master for you. You, why put any baby place Ferran Torres? Just strike a dear master out. Hey, Ferran, for home on the what we still love you, okay? We still love you. Who can't sound.
So you're telling me Ferran Torres, man of the match on his PSG debut? Rennes 2, PSG 2, Ferran Torres off the bench, scores 2 goals for PSG today on PSG debut to save PSG basically. PSG were 2-0 down, Ferran Torres brought onto the pitch, scores 2 brilliant goals. 2-2. As you can see, brilliant finish into the bottom corner, and then this one, a great headed goal to equalise to make it Rennes 2, PSG 2. Everyone will always say, oh, but was the World Cup goal just a fluke? Well, like, he's not that good of a player. Ferran Torres has played for Manchester City, Barcelona, and PSG now. Like, Ferran Torres must clearly be decent at football, otherwise wouldn't play for those 3 teams, plus also playing for Spain in the World Cup final and scoring in the World Cup final. Like, Ferran Torres, especially if he goes to have a big season now with PSG after winning the World Cup with Spain, like, you just never know. You just never know what Ferran Torres can do. And listen, leaving Barcelona is always going to be difficult, but you're leaving to join the best team in the world, then you've always got a promise. But Ferran Torres, 2 goals, man of the match on his PSG debut today versus Rennes.
So someone on X said that imagine Ferran Torres goes to PSG and win the Ballon d'Or just like Ousmane Dembele. And everybody was laughing at him, everybody was saying it's impossible, but honestly, you never know, it might happen, because look at PSG first game, they were 2-0 down and they brought on Ferran Torres. 2 shots, 2 goals. 2 chances for Ferran Torres, 2 goals. This is not the Ferran Torres I know. This is not the Ferran Torres I know. Let it not be like play Ferran Torres to go to PSG and go win Ballon d'Or. Let it not be like play. Let it not be like play. Because how do you mean the Ferran Torres I know cannot score 2 goals out of 2 chances? 100%. Ferran Torres that needs like 4 to 5 chances before you score. He's scoring 2 chances, 2 goals. The Ferran Torres that everybody know. Well, honestly, I was not even that surprised that he scored 2 goals. You know, Ferran Torres is a player that is always hungry for goal. He smells goal. I've always said that he could have been one of the best strikers if not he had a better finish. But well, he's no more our player, and I'm like, honestly, I'm happy to see him score goals in PSG. He actually deserves it.
As a Barcelona fan, I am happy for Ferran Torres. I'm happy that he landed at PSG. It was probably the best club for him to go to. He can farm his Ligue 1 goals all he wants, but his performance today in his Ligue 1 debut was crazy. I have never seen him get on the end of crosses like he did today. Lamine Yamal would spam 10 crosses a game to him. He was never as clinical as how he was tonight. For PSG, I mean, his movement for that second goal was insane. He got in between both defenders and placed that header perfectly. Maybe it's just the quality of these Ligue 1 defenders are a little lower, or that World Cup final goal gave him a +10 attribute boost on everything. Whatever it is, I wish him well, because Barcelona today thumped Elche 5-0 with Fermin Lopez and Rafinha both trying out, playing as the 9. And they both scored a brace. So all 3 of these guys scored a brace. I'm ready for this season. Let's go.
Y'all do not seem to understand. In today's game against Rennes, Ferran came off the bench today and decided to bag a brace on his Ligue 1 debut. He actually beat Dembele 2.0, and maybe Barca was actually the problem. Let's see how they did today. Never mind. Because we had Rafinha scoring a brace and assisting, then hitting the Spider-Man celebration. He said it's for his son, but we all know what it's actually for. He had Fermin bagging a brace. He had Lamine Yamal mad on the bench today because he didn't get any GA. Imagine the final of the 2027 Champions League. Barcelona versus PSG. Or to decide if Ferran wins the Ballon d'Or. Because with Barcelona and PSG leading the charge to win the Champions League on Kalshi, this final might actually be possible.